Welcome to Moose Meadow Apiary. My name is Will, and today's video deals with a swarm and how to hive a swarm. And basically what happened was I got a call from a very nice family to live out in the country just northwest here of Spokane, and they had a feral a swarm up in their soffit of their house. Here in this picture, they were underneath there. I was able to remove two of the panels of the soffitting. This is about 14 feet up in the air here, so on this ladder I was able to get up there. If we zoom in here a little closer, you can see that the swarm is about the size of a volleyball, and they had one there, and they were a little testy with me opening up their home. The homeowner wanted to save them and did not want to kill them, so they called me and we gave it a shot. So in this picture here, you can see as a point of reference, I got my hand up in there with my glove on, and you can see the comb that they started to build. They'd been in here for maybe 3 to 4 days. So what I did is that I brought up my swarm box, which is just a simple box that has 3 frames in it. The frames were drawn comb and a couple sheets of foundation just to give them a clue. So most of the box was empty. So I set it up underneath there. There was a little eave where I could put the box, and I leveled it. And carefully, using a trowel, I was able to remove this swarm from the soffit and gently dump it into the box and close the lid. This is what the swarm box has. Simple hinge on it. There's a floor nailed to it, as well as one entrance hole, which you see right here. So I just left the box there for the day. I retrieved the swarm about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I came back at about 9 o'clock, just right before nightfall, plugged this entrance hole, and carefully brought it home, set it up in my backyard, removed the hole, removed the plug, so in and out. With this picture here, you see that I have their new home just to the left there. I'm going to hive them in there. So in the swarm box is with some drawn comb that they had started building. And in this picture here, you can see that I have frames, and here's another one that's already drawn, real nice. And I sprayed it down with some sugar water, some essential oils, and lemongrass, mint, thyme, and so it really smelled good inside this box. And then this is a sheet of foundation. This Don, the fat bee man, I'm going to talk more about him later. Great guy, some good ideas. So I went ahead and transferred the 3 frames that were in the swarm box into the hive, and you can see there's some residual bees still in the box there. They were kind of gentle. I smoked them down just a little bit, gave them a little spray of that sugar water mix, and they're getting happy being put in their new home and having more room. They were quite docile. Pretty nice bees so far. And this picture here, you see that I've got some residual bees in there. I gently use my bee brush, and brush them into the box. They got a little irritated at that, but you know, there's going to be some of that no matter what you do. Here's some of the drawn comb that came from the swarm up in the. Okay, here you see that foundation again. I didn't shake it off or anything. I just set it on the outside of the hive, and that they'd move their way. There was no brood in this comb, so I can reuse it for another frame, another starter frame. So very beautiful white comb. All right, in this picture here, you see the outside of the box, and I sprayed a little bit of sugar water on the outside of it, but once I put the inner cover lid on top, they started marching up in there, and we're going to zoom in here and take a little closer look at them just marching right up into the hive, and they accepted and adopted their new home without any problems. And here you can see the finished result of this. This whole thing took about 20 minutes. And there's a feeder there too, so they're off and ready to go. It's fine. So they're ready to be moved out to an out-yard. All right, well, this has been a Moose Meadow production. Just a quick shout out to my friend Don. He goes by the name the Fat Bee Man. He's over on YouTube called The New Fat Bee Man. He has a wealth of information there. Just an amazing beekeeper with an amazing dedication there. 20 years from now, we'll look back, and it's because of the bees will be saved because of people like Don sharing his information and helping out. So just a quick shout out to him. Thank you, Don. Anyway, that was a little bit about how to hive a swarm, and thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later. Thanks.